Alright, what is up everybody? FeedTheShark back here once again, and I'm gonna be actually proud to announce that Ekko was actually had his champion revealed just now. Um well, not really just now, actually. It was like it's 38 right now, so like 20-30 minutes ago. He actually got a champion reveal on well, Surrender at 20 posted, obviously, as you can see here. I'm on Surrender at 20 currently. And as you can see, Ekko did get his champion reveal, the boy who shattered time. He's gonna be, I think, a top laner, or a jungler in my opinion. But let's go through what was revealed about him, and then we'll go from there. So here's a splash art. As you can see, it looks pretty interesting. It's just Ekko laying down there, or not laying down, but just sitting down, looking all badass. And then as you can see, if you look back here, you can see Ekko's like past form. Like I guess this is his ult pretty much, as you guys will see in a second, or not in a second, in a minute or two. This is actually him, but back in time, so like his ultimate, and same with that. And he can go back to one of those versions of himself back in time. So his blade looks really cool. He looks really badass in general. He just looks really awesome. Really excited for this champion. Look at his mohawk, looking all epic there. Uh, yeah, so that's a splash art. As you can see, it's branded by League of Legends because that's how the new splash arts always are, just like Bard was. So yeah, I'm definitely, if you're new to my channel, also make sure to hit that subscribe button and a like on this video, because I am going to be posting Ekko content as soon as he comes out, like full game commentaries. And in most roles, like I'll try jungle Ekko, top Ekko, and stuff like that. It'll take a bit to render and stuff because I'll have to render a bunch of videos. But nonetheless, I will get those videos out for you guys. So that's the splash art. So moving on, we're moving on to his ability, or his passive right here. So his passive is Z Drive Resonance. Why am I having such a hard time pronouncing that? Echoes damaging spells and attacks build up resonance stacks on his enemies. Every third attack against the same target triggers Echo's passive, dealing bonus damage and slowing his enemy. If he triggers his passive on an enemy champion, Ekko also gains a strong movement speed buff. So we'll see a example right here of this. So as you can see, he's chasing Vi right here, or running alongside Vi. Gonna be auto attacking here in a second. There's one auto, two autos, three autos. All right, and as you can see, gains that movement speed, and she'll be taking increased damage during that time as well. So that's his passive. I think it has really great potential. It's gonna be really good. Moving on to his Q now, though. So it's called Time Winder, and this is what it does. Ekko throws a device in target direction, damaging all enemies along its path. Once it reaches max distance or hits an enemy champion, the device expands, creating a field that slows all enemy neutral units. After a movement, the device contracts and rushes back to Ekko, dealing extra damage to all enemies in its path. So we'll see an example of it here. All right, so looks like he's aiming it right there. See, the minions are lined up perfectly to show it off. There we go. There it is, and now it's going to come back to Ekko on the other side, doing damage, more damage actually to these minions. So yeah, that's pretty much what his Q is. I think it's quite good. I mean, it's a skill shot, so you know, it definitely has potential, especially as a top laner. It's good to have some range. So moving on to his W here. We'll actually go all the way back because I was watching these earlier. So we'll go all the way back. Moving on to his W. Passive Echo's basic attacks deal bonus damage to low health targets. So obviously it helps with execution, as well as when you're chasing to do that extra bit of damage to get those enemies down. And then his active is Ekko opens a time rift, creating an alternate reality copy of him that tosses a device to a target location. After a delay, the device expands into a broad slowing zone. If Ekko enters a spear, it detonates, granting him a shield while stunning all enemies inside. So we'll see example of this right here. Here we go. There's a version of himself, puts a you know time rift, and then once he goes in, as you guys can see, we'll just go back to this. Once he goes in it, as you can see, once he goes in it and someone's in there with him, he gets a shield, as well as the time rift detonates, so all enemies are stunned. So I can see that having really great potential in team fights, because you just throw it down and then you walk in it, and then it basically stuns their whole team. So like it would be really good in the team fight phase of the game. But yeah, moving on to his E now. Zoom back on that one too. Moving on to his E. It's called Phase Dive. Ekko dashes a fixed distance towards the target area. Once his initial dash has ended, Ekko gains greatly increased range on his next basic attack and blinks to his target to deal damage and apply on hit and spell effects. So this actually is a really cool ability. You'll see it right here. He actually dashes, right, aiming it. There's a range indicator on that. dashes, and then your next auto attack, you see the range indicator, can go like that far. So it's actually really, really great. And yeah, it also synergizes really well with on-hit effects, like if you were to get Ravenous Hydra or Sheen or Static Shiv even, it would apply on-hit effects. So that actually has really great potential with him getting Trinity Force, like me and my friend were talking about earlier, which definitely would be good on him. So yeah, that is his E, Phase Dive. Now moving on to last ability, his ultimate called Chrono Break. Ekko rewinds time, briefly turning untargetable and invulnerable before reappearing wherever he was a few seconds ago. Once he reappears, Ekko recovers a portion of his health. So that means he does not recover fully. He recovers a portion of his health that he lost over those few seconds, while he's running around. And then while dealing tons of damage to all the nearby enemies. So when he comes out of it, he deals a bunch of damage to nearby enemies. So yeah, let's see this. So as you can see, he's gonna, you popped his ultimate right there. So right here is this little clone sort of thing, past self. You can see it's running around, and then when he ends his ult, you can see he will teleport to that to himself, like right in the middle. There we go, and it does that damage, which is quite a substantial amount of damage around him as well. Sadly, he didn't lose any health, so it didn't replicate that. I don't think he lost health. Yeah, I didn't. He didn't actually. Did he? Let's see. So he's this health, and then when he comes back, let's see what health he's at. Yeah, so he did regain a little bit of health from that as well. So there you go. It's not a substantial amount of health, but he does do quite a bit of damage with that. And it also would help getting around in team fights and kind of tricking people, deking them out and stuff like that with your past self. And yeah, that's pretty much what was announced. And then here's some like a little, I guess, like collage of him in game and his abilities, which does look pretty awesome if I do say so myself. Like his in-game model looks really awesome. I'm like really eager to see what skin they're gonna bring up for him. And as you can see, if you guys want to read all this, I'll put the link in the description. Says about his laning, his skirmishing, aka team fights and stuff like that. Well, skirmishing and just solo fights, and then team fights has a section in itself. Then synergy, we'll go through these. So we'll just go by name. So he apparently works well with Gnar, Vi, Draven, and those are three he works well with for now that they actually announced, at least in this champion reveal. And then struggles against LeBlanc, which I don't really see if he's going to be top lane, I don't really see a LeBlanc being in that lane. Although I do like to take LeBlanc to a top lane, but that's just me. And then Graves as well. But this is just in general, like he struggles against these champions. So LeBlanc, Fiora, Graves, and yeah. And champion insights. This is his lore, I believe. Yeah, so yeah. No. No, this is just talking. Pretty sure it's just talking about his gameplay in general. But yeah, and then you guys can read the comments if you want. PBE is currently down, but once it gets up, as you can see, actually, oh no, that's not what, I didn't even have that. What's it called? But yeah, I don't actually have the PB up, but it is down currently. But once it comes up, guys, we'll be getting full game commentaries of it. And yeah, definitely make sure if you're new to my channel, subscribe to join the frenzy. And be ready for those Ekko commentaries, because it's going to be badass commentaries. It's going to be epic. And I actually read his stuff before playing him, so hopefully I'm not as scrubby as I was in my first Bard commentary. I got a lot of flack for that, not reading his abilities and such. But yeah, guys, hopefully you do enjoy me reading out all of his champion reveal stuff. You can go read it for yourself. Link will be in the description. And yeah, hopefully you guys stick with me for the rest of the day, because Ekko will be out, and I will be #1 content creator, at least for full game commentaries on Ekko. I was like, I believe the first or second person to get a Bard commentary when it came out. But I'll try to get a really epic Ekko one when it comes out for you guys. But yeah, guys, hopefully you're having an awesome day, and I'll see you guys in my next video.